Happy Friday. Hope you guys had a good week. I know we're heading into Christmas, so I hope you guys are finished your shopping. Don't go too crazy. Make sure you let your loved ones know how important they are to you. So, week 4, heading into 2017, we're talking about execution, right? 5 areas that you want to execute in 2017. So, step 1, the first area is you want to ensure that you're building a foundation, right? What I mean by that is literally, you want to have a secure savings, right? And I refer to that as basically your cash reserve. So if anything should happen unexpectedly, any emergencies, then you're not stressed, but you have that foundation built so you're able to cover those unexpected expenses. Now, the second thing, once you have that foundation built, you have a few months of savings, now you want to start assessing your debt, your bad debt, right? Those credit cards, revolving debt that you have that's only growing and growing and growing because you're having to pay more interest or more interest is accruing. So you want to start looking at your credit report. I talked about this last week, but look at your credit report and start to reach out to your vendors. Look at the small balances that you can tackle immediately and start paying off those. Now what happens is we talk about step 3. Once you start to pay back your outstanding debt, that impacts your FICO score. You pay down your debt. Now your FICO score is going to increase. The FICO score is so important, guys, and I know you all know because if you try to take out any type of loan, your car loan, mortgage, etc., if your credit score isn't good, you're not, if you are approved for the particular loan, you're going to have a really high interest rate, which is your cost to borrow the money. Step 3, you want to build your credit score. Start small and start to tackle. Work out a repayment schedule with your lenders, right? That's so important. So step 4, we talk about leverage, right? Once you build that foundation, you've paid your outstanding debt, your FICO increases, now you have access to leverage, which is actually good debt. So you can go to the banks and you can say, hey, I'm in a great financial position. They are looking at your FICO score, and now you can start to literally take advantage of paying less money to lenders and creditors for borrowing money. And then you can also maximize on opportunities to borrow money to buy assets. And I talked about this before. Literally, assets is just anything, if we're talking about paper assets or physical assets such as real estate, paper assets meaning stocks, but things that are eventually going to grow and appreciate over time and give you a cash flow. So putting money into your pocket, which is opposite of liabilities. Liabilities, you're buying things, cars, houses. If they're not rental properties, you're paying money out, but you're not getting money back. So you want to look at those areas, right? How can I make my money work for me, which is step number 5. Step number 5 is literally, when you're starting to build wealth and financial freedom. Ultimately, you have to have your money work for you because there's only 24 hours in a day. So you need those types of income such as portfolio income and passive income, which is opposite from earned income, because earned income, you have to put in those hours in order to generate income and return. But you really need to capitalize on the other 2. If you're not where you want to be at step number 1, start there and start to look at where you want to get to. Heading into 2017, guys, we can't just talk about it, but we have to execute. 2017 is your year. So guys, until next Friday, let's stay committed to being spiritually, physically, and financially fit. Merry Christmas. If you're not where you want to be at step number 1, start there and start to look at where you want to get to. Heading into 2017, guys, we can't just talk about it, but we have to execute. 2017 is your year. So guys, until next Friday, let's stay committed to being spiritually, physically, and financially fit. Merry Christmas.